Welcome, and thank you for joining me for this week's Quiet Space Reflection. A couple of days ago I was looking out of our kitchen window watching a blackbird as he searched for food on the grass. A few days earlier I'd been entertained by our resident robin. I continued to watch the blackbird when it suddenly occurred to me just how quickly the garden was coming alive. The only flowers we have at the moment are pansies, but there's plenty of promise of flowers from the bulbs I planted last autumn. As I continued my musing, words from the hymn, "Great is Thy Faithfulness," came to mind. In the second verse of his hymn, Thomas Chisholm penned, "Summer and winter and springtime and harvest, sun, moon and stars in their courses above, join with all nature in manifold witness to Thy great faithfulness, mercy and love." The blackbird had long gone, but my musings continued. My thoughts took me to February 2001, when each weekday I drove my father from his home near Redruth in Cornwall to Derriford Hospital in Plymouth, where he received specialised radiotherapy. We took the same route every day. On the first occasion we set off in the dark and watched the sun rise as we journeyed. I remember that Dad, who had the talent to change key at least 3 times in 2 parts of music, suddenly burst into, "Great is Thy faithfulness, great is Thy faithfulness. Morning by morning new mercies I see. All I have needed Thy hand has provided. Great is Thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me." This set the tone for our daily journeys. Dad, with his diagnosis of terminal cancer, singing with tuneless passion about the faithfulness of God and how I loved it. We would laugh together, and my dad would talk, again with passion, about his belief in God's unchanging faithfulness. I learned that when he was unable to sleep, he would bring to his mind words from the Bible, and he would speak with God. February 2001 was glorious in Cornwall, and in the course of the month we had the experience of watching nature come to life. We said goodbye to Mum at the same time each day, and she went from waving us off in the dark to light as dawn became increasingly early. The green shoots on the grassy roadside en route, responding to spring, grew rapidly and soon became a blanket of yellow daffodils. Why have I chosen to share these memories in this reflection with you today? Quite simply because I'd like to encourage you to look for a reminder of God's faithfulness to you today. As you go out for your daily walk, or simply gaze out of your window, may you be assured from God's wonderful creation that despite all that has shaken our world and caused us distress in recent months, God remains constant. In the book of Lamentations, the prophet Jeremiah reveals the pain he has in his heart for his people, the land, and for the city of Jerusalem that's been destroyed. He had a message from God to share, but that message was being rejected and he was greatly hurt. Out of his distress, Jeremiah writes, "Peace has been stripped away, and I've forgotten what prosperity is. I cry out, my splendour is gone. Everything I had hoped for is lost. Yet I dare to hope when I remember this. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never fail. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance. Therefore I will hope in him." If you know Thomas Chisholm's song, try singing or reciting the chorus as your prayer of praise, thanksgiving and hope. Great is Thy faithfulness, great is Thy faithfulness. Morning by morning new mercies I see. All I have needed Thy hand has provided. Great is Thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. And I remind you today that if you need someone to pray for you, you can send your request to gloucester@salvationarmy.org.uk. And may our triune God bless you with peace, love, joy and hope today and always.